Hey everyone, and welcome to my game journal. This is the other unscripted series that's going to coincide with the Chao Games forecast. While the games forecast is designed to talk about the month ahead, my game journal is designed to talk about games I played throughout the previous month. The games I talk about could have been released in the last month, or they can just be games in my backlog. In today's case, or the previous month's case, these are just games that are in my backlog. Either way, the focus of the series is to give my thoughts of what I'm playing, or document my thoughts, like a diary kinda, and just share it with you guys, because I do not have time to make bigger video essays on every single game that I play, so I gotta be a little bit picky on what games do get video essays. But just because you do see a game featured on here doesn't mean it won't get its own dedicated video in the future. Again, I am documenting every single game that I am playing, so I'm giving my thoughts on each game that I play. So we'll see, maybe, I don't know. Who knows what 2023 holds? Let's just get into January. So to kick off January, I finally went back to Sparks of Hope. It was a game that I first played on stream when it released, and I had to stop primarily because of school. Then I had to juggle God of War Ragnarok and a mystery game for an upcoming video, so I just decided to put away Sparks of Hope for a while. It just got too busy. I'm sorry. However, I did go back to it, I did end up beating it, and it was great. I started off from the third world, which is where I originally stopped, and I forgot how addicting the game was. Battle mechanics are changed up, but I do prefer how they work in this game rather than Kingdom Battle. The changes made to how you progress the game are also great. Having the main battles, side quest battles, and random battles all coexist may sound a little chaotic, but it worked really well. All of these changes just allowed for a lot of replayability, but it also allowed for more exploration, which is another aspect that I really liked about the game. The overworlds were a big improvement over Kingdom Battle, and the puzzles were good too, but it's the overworlds that I want to focus on. They felt more like real in-game worlds rather than long segments that the game funnels you through. In Kingdom Battle, my main complaint about the overworld was that it just felt, I don't know if linear is the right word, but it just felt like the main purpose of the overworld was to just guide you into the next battle. But that's not the case in Sparks of Hope. In Sparks of Hope, the worlds feel alive, the people in it feel alive, and it's just overall a really charming game. However, there are two minor complaints I have about it. Number one, while it never got in the way, there are frame drops in places that don't make sense. It mostly happens in the overworld, it happens a lot when you're activating things, and it's mostly not an issue, it just annoys me a little bit. I'm really sensitive to frame rate, so when it does drop in frames, or when it just like freezes a bit, I do notice it. So it's not a huge issue. But my second complaint, which is arguably a bigger issue than the frame drops, is Beepo. It's been a long time since I played Kingdom Battle, but I do not remember him being this annoying. Just listen to him.
Let me handle this. Interrogations require a delicate touch.
He's British, which is not the annoying part. I just didn't expect it. The first game didn't have voice acting. I didn't think he would be fully voiced. Beepo's the only character that's like completely voiced. Actually, no, there's another one. The other AI that I'm forgetting her name at this moment. She is also voiced, but she's not really annoying. Beepo's the one that's annoying. He is really sassy for no reason. His personality, he's just so pompous and sassy and annoying, and every time he speaks, I want to just chuck him and skip past the dialogue. But other than those two complaints, I thought everything else was really good. Silly little rabbits with silly little Mario characters equals silly little and neat RPG. Moving on from Sparks of Hope, which that was the longest segment. I'm sorry, I probably talked about that one for too long. My second game that I played in the month is Grounded, and this was a very surprising game for me. So a little bit backstory on me. Survival games are my least favorite genre. It's so hard for me to get into them. Minecraft is the only one that I've ever gotten super into, but the reason that Grounded surprises me is because I'm having a lot of fun with it. First of all, I love the concept of Grounded. I love the concept of being shrunk and everything being huge around you. So that's already gets some points on my book. But it has a lot of really cool stuff in it. I'm still really early into the story stuff, but I have a good 10 hours into the game, and I just keep getting distracted. And even though I'm getting distracted, it's a distraction for a good reason. A lot of the stuff that is distracting me in the game feels meaningful. I'm constantly upgrading my gear. I'm still finding new things. It's a backyard. It's nothing spectacular, but you're shrunk, and it feels like you're on an alien planet. All the bugs look like aliens, and things that are not threatening at all in real life are especially threatening when you're their size. And when I play survival games, a lot of them just feel, I don't want to say cheaply made, I don't want to insult the developers, but they just don't feel good to me. And Grounded has some of those elements. I don't like the inventory, the controls are a little quirky, and it took a bit to figure things out. Those are all reasons I dislike survival games. But Grounded does feel more streamlined than previous ones, and it has a goal. Your goal is to get back to being grown up, or not grown up as an adult, but back to your regular size. That's what you're trying to do. I don't know if you're going to get to that. I don't know how the game ends, but the journey to get there, the things you discover, the things that you fight, the things that you see, it's just really, really special to me. And I'm trying my best to explain it, but I feel like I'm just describing a typical survival game. I don't really fully know how to talk about it without you guys officially just playing it. But if you guys do decide to play it, make sure you have some friends. I don't think I'd be enjoying it as much or nearly as much if I didn't have one of my best friends to play it with, or a group of friends, because I just, like right before this recording, a few days ago, I just started playing it with Sandy, Silv, and Lou. So that's helped a ton with my enjoyment. Anyways, however you decide to play it, I do think it is a special game, and I do think it is one that might get you into the survival game genre if you're not a fan of it as much like I wasn't. And this game is pushing me to try a few more. I think the next one I'm going to try is Astroneer, so I might talk about that in a future video. We'll see. And the third game I played in January is Splatoon 3. Obviously, it's not the first time I played it, but the Splatfest happened, and I was on Team Spicy. I played a lot with my friends, but I forgot to get footage, so you are seeing footage from my stream VODs on Twitch, twitch.tv/Itachi cosplays. Check it out. I stream most of the week, and it's a lot of fun. But yeah, the Splatfest was really fun, but I do have some complaints. I don't want to talk about Splatoon 3 too much because I've already talked about it before, so I'm just going to list my complaints and then move on to my final game. So, some of my complaints. They massacred Tricolor Turf War. The whole purpose of it was to have a comeback mechanic, but they just massacred it. I still think that the fix would be to just give one team the win. If it's 2v4 v2, give the team of 2 the win. Don't give both teams of 2 the win. I just don't think it's fair, although that might have some problems, but I do think it's better than just have anyone that can be in it in the middle. My second complaint is I only fought Team Sour once, which from the results, it makes sense why I only fought them once, but it still sucks. And this was the most communication errors that I've gotten in a long time. Even with all that though, it was still a lot of fun. I did have fun with all of the battles that I had. It made for some memorable nights, memorable game sessions, and I am looking forward to the next Splatfest. I look forward to each one.
Team Spicy should have won though. All of you with your easy bake ovens, you guys did not deserve that win.
Anyways, let's move to the last game. And the last game that I played in January is Yooka-Laylee and the Possible Lair, which is a very strange choice. I had no intention of playing this, but I picked it up because it was only $5. I heard it was a good platformer, and it was reminiscent of Donkey Kong Country, which Tropical Freeze is one of my favorite platformers of all time, so I wanted to give it a shot. And giving it a shot was a very good decision on my part. I was really happy with the purchase. I finished it a few days ago, but there are some things that are weird with it. It's visual things mostly. So the title screen looks off to me. I don't like it. The loading screens are sudden, and the one going into the game when you're loading it in for the first time is really long. And the game itself looks beautiful and janky at the same time. It's kind of hard to describe. But overall, the game is really good. It runs smoothly. I had no performance issue at all. The level design is really fun, and it controls well. The music is unexpectedly great, and then I looked at the composers, and oh wow, Grant Kirkhope. Makes sense. And I love that there's an explorable overworld. It feels very Zelda-y-ish, and I'm a sucker for that. I love explorable overworlds. I talked about it in Sparks of Hope. I'm talking about it here. It was a really good design overworld too. And I had low expectations going into the game, and I came out pleasantly surprised. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. And with Yooka-Laylee, that marks each game that I played in January. I wanted to take some time in the month to take care of my backlog since nothing came out early in the month. Now there have been a couple of games, and I just picked up Fire Emblem Engage, which I might get into before the end of February. I probably will. I bought it. I'm probably gonna crack. I love Fire Emblem. I was debating on it since Octopath 2 is coming out at the end of February, and I don't know if I wanted to play both those huge games back to back, but I already bought Engage. I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. And yeah, we'll see what next month brings. This was a lot of fun to do. I want to keep doing this every month, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Until the next one, thank you for watching the first game journal, and I will see you then.
I love you guys. Mwah.